Gentlemen, showers of blessings. We really have much to be thankful for. We truly are a blessed people. In fact, I think God is just softening the ground to ensure that the HDC and the contractors have an easier time doing their excavation works. The Honorable Camille Robinson Regis, Minister of Planning and Development and Member of Parliament for Aruka Maloney, other ministers of government and members of parliament, the Honorable Sherry-Ann Critchlow-Coburn and the Honorable Esmond Ford, Brigadier General Ansel Antoine, member for Dabadi O'Meara and Minister of Public Utilities, Ms. Simone Thorne-Mora, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Alderman Edwin Gooding, Chairman, Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation and Councillors of the Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation, Mr. Newman George, Chairman, Board of Directors, HDC, and other directors of the Board of the HDC, Mr. Brent Lyons, Managing Director of the HDC, executives of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the HDC, valued stakeholders and partners, and specially invited guests, members of the media, good afternoon and happy anniversary. As Line Minister, there is no denying that I feel a certain degree of excitement by today's sod turning activity and activities of this nature that we have conducted over the last few months. This ministry plays an important role in not only the country's economic development, but the development of families, communities, and our society. Each one of these developments makes the dream of home ownership a closer reality for hundreds of citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second such exercise undertaken in the last couple months, the first being at River Runs Through Arima that took place in July. I can assure you that we, as a ministry, understand that home ownership is crucial in building tangible assets for a family's financial security and for their personal and social development. It is for this reason that we intend to formally turn the sod and begin construction on a number of new developments across Trinidad. Our sod turning and key distribution exercises serve, therefore, as a reminder of this government's vision and promise to the citizens that we will do everything possible to provide as many affordable housing solutions to meet the needs of our people. At present, there are over 170,000 applications for government-subsidized housing, a number that will continue to increase each month as the demand for housing increases. Notwithstanding this desire, there is also the reality that a real housing shortage exists throughout the country, particularly in urban areas along the east-west corridor. Concomitant with this fact is our country's present economic reality, a reality of which we must be cognizant as we plan and prioritize our projects. While we appreciate that there continues to be an expectation that we will fulfill the housing needs of everyone on our database, we simply do not have the financial resources to do so at this time. As such, the ministry has finalized proposals which will encourage the use of the private-public partnership model to accelerate our housing construction program, which we believe will be key to further bolster the construction program in both the housing and urban development portfolios. It is envisioned that this approach will engage large, medium, small, and micro contractors and will facilitate greater business development and economic activity. The ministry has completed its part and will await final approval from the Ministry of Finance in order to begin actively pursuing these partnerships. Nevertheless, I can assure you that this government remains committed to providing quality homes and will not only ease the burden of families, but will also ensure that the economy continues to prosper and employment is sustained in the sector, particularly in these economic times. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that the provision of affordable and quality housing has always been a priority of every PNM administration. In fact, it is the development of the housing sector and the increase of the housing stock which continue to be positive legacy items for the PNM government. And as line minister, I give the commitment to you today that it is a legacy that I intend to uphold. As such, the ministry and its implementation agency, the HDC, will ensure that its housing program remains effective and efficient in order to meet the ever-increasing demand. In addition to the construction of homes in new developments, the ministry and the HDC is working assiduously to complete projects that were started by the former administration but never completed. These projects, primarily those at Victoria Keys, Diego Martin, Cypress Gardens, Carson Field, and Point Fortin, will be completed, notwithstanding the huge costs to complete them. All these projects are now very much advanced and should be ready within the next few months. The task, therefore, up to us, is to ensure that our housing program breaks down barriers, lowers costs, and increases shelter opportunities for all citizens, as the provision of quality homes contributes significantly to the social fabric of our country and improves the quality of life, particularly for those in need. This means that there must be well-designed quality units built on time and within budget, and distributed in an equitable and transparent manner in keeping with the government's allocation policy. I have given the HDC this challenge, and it is a challenge that they eagerly accept because they understand and fully appreciate the importance of providing quality homes that are delivered on time and within budget. At the center of our policy framework, and in order to facilitate our citizens' ability to acquire public housing, we will continue with our subsidized mortgage loan facilities at low interest rates. In addition, the rent-to-own program will allow low-income earners to start off with rental arrangements until their circumstances improve to convert to home ownership. The ministry intends to more actively promote these programs in order to ensure that our citizens are aware of the opportunities which are available to them, opportunities which can improve their quality of life and the lives of their families. During previous PNM administrations, thousands of citizens were housed in quality, affordable homes across the country, and we plan to continue to do so as we expand and strengthen the program with an emphasis on affordability. While to some, it may seem that there is little activity in the housing sector, I wish to demystify that assertion. We intend to turn the sod and commence construction on a number of other projects, which would soon come on stream. These include Harmony Hall, Malabar, Maruga, Mount Hope, and Trest Trail in Arima. These projects will allow us to reach our goal of 1,000 housing starts by the end of December 2016, which will satisfy deserving citizens. We have faced the reality that we do not have the finances that the previous administration had enjoyed over its term. As such, we were forced to assess the financial reality and subsequently prioritize our projects. We will therefore continue to mobilize, negotiate, and execute initiatives that will broaden the housing base. Our long-term goal, therefore, is to house as many families as we can in various communities with the necessary infrastructural amenities befitting that of a developed country. This is a goal I intend to pursue during my tenure as Minister of Housing and Urban Development. Over the last 6 months, since assuming office as minister in this ministry, I have been meeting with the agencies and divisions to ensure we set sound and attainable strategic imperatives which help us to better serve our citizens and improve their livelihood. Now that these goals have been set, the implementation has begun and will continue full speed ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks 1 year since the people of Trinidad and Tobago elected the People's National Movement into government. We were elected because citizens believed in our vision and our promise to be transparent and efficient in our activities. This is a promise we intend to keep as we continue to provide the relevant services to you and to take our country forward. Before I close, I must thank my permanent secretary who has supported me over the past few months. And I must thank the persons in the ministry who have in turn supported the permanent secretary. I must also thank the management of the HDC, the chairman and the board of directors of the HDC, and all the technical staff who worked assiduously to make this project a reality. I also want to urge all those involved in the housing sector to remain committed to the government's vision for the housing sector as we understand the need and intend to deliver on our promise to provide you, our deserving citizens, with a place to call home. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you, and once again, happy 1-year anniversary.
Thank you.